All right, everyone, here we go. It's time for a little Schrodinger and his cat. Let's give the deck a shuffle. Here's the famous Schrodinger's cat quarter. Everybody's on the table, ready to go. Let's give the deck a shuffle. What are we asking here? Are you on is your energy on an upswing or a downswing? That's what we're asking. Sometimes, sort of like a graph for a business. It shows upward trends or shows downward trends. Are you on an upward trend or a downward trend? It's a good way to get advice to see how you can either keep an upward trend going or turn a downward trend around. Might be future influence for you, right? We pulled two cards here. Pay attention to both. You know, there's no time stamps because it might be future influence for you. Everything is energy and everything is connected. It's extremely important. All you're doing is picking an animal. Schrodinger's cat quarter decides what card it goes with. You're not picking any cards here. That's never accurate. That's never good. All right, here we go. Let the universe pick for you. Make it random. All right, let's see where we're at here. Schrodinger's cat's a science experiment. It's got a cat in a box with an isotope. Theory is box is closed. The cat fluctuates between dead and alive. You open the box, you find out which universe you're in. Live cat or a dead cat. In this case here, we find out which timeline you're on. Upward trend or downward trend. Live cat or downward cat. Is that a new move? Have we come up with a new move? Here at Steve's downward cat. We can do that one. Right? And don't waste it on yoga. Keep it sexual. You know, I mean, my God. Waste so many good names on yoga. All right, here we go. Let's see where we're at here. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. Okay, this reading is timeless. I haven't looked. I'm not looking at nothing. Calm the fuck down. You saw. I didn't see nothing. Who cares? I'm going to have to see them anyway. Bottom of the deck is 9 Pentacles. It's pretty liberating. That's nice. You know, I mean, that's, wow. Summer's Eve right there, let me tell you. It's really nice. All right, here we go. Pick 2 animals, Steve. A bison or a donkey? Which are you? A bison or a donkey? You got 2 seconds. 1, 2. Bison is heads, donkey is tails. All right, hold on. You'll hear it hit the floor. Oh, God. And we did one of those little spinner things. Heads. So, bison, donkey. Bison, donkey. I do that because I'll fucking forget. Right? Bison, donkey. All right, let's start with the bisons. And we'll clarify with the witches here on this one, which randomly at the bottom as the lovers. That's very good. So, you all bisons, are you on an upward trend or a downward trend? And again, at the end, I'll pull a bridging energy because everything is connected. You know, if you end up with a downward trend, but it's not your animal, right? One of them, I don't know, one of them might. Then maybe in the future, you'll know how to turn a downward trend around when things don't seem to go your way, right? Everybody's so damn impatient. That's why nobody learns anything anymore. All right, here we go. Wisdom's gone the way of the dinosaur in this world, let me tell you. Knight of Wands. Well, it's an upward trend, but it's a live cat, okay? Bison. It's a live cat. It's an upward trend. It's a Knight of Wands, but you got to be careful with this. The Knight of, we always say with the Knight of Wands, it goes out as fast as it comes in. This is one of those things that, you know, flash in the pan kind of energy. If you're not careful, this will get away from you, and it'll become a downward trend. Right now, it's an upward trend. All right. So things are starting to get better for you, not worse. But it's moving a little too fast. Be careful. This can play out in the real world. Again, I'm just sort of riffing on the energy, but this can play out in the real world as somebody who's making changes too quickly to their life. You have to be careful. Changes, you set them in nice and easy. You don't just dump truck them in all at once. That can be disastrous. So be careful about that. Be careful about making rash decisions and things like that. Just because one thing went well doesn't guarantee that the next thing will. But yeah, the trend is really good. You actually, I don't like using the word luck, but you actually might be in the coming month or so. That's about as far out as I divine, right? On a reading like this. In the coming month or 6 weeks or so, you might be very lucky. You might get very lucky. You know, and some other people might see you as lucky. It's possible. All right, let's clarify. Tell me about the Knight of Wands here. I mean, I already pretty much riffed on the energy, but yeah, it's crossed by the Knight of Swords. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying. It's this, there's too much, it's too fast. Okay? It's moving too quickly. You might even in your own life feel like things are moving too fast at some point. If you don't now, give it a minute. I like this energy. I'm going to still call it a live cat, but I'm going to say if you don't get it under control, you're going to wrap this energy around the telephone pole, right? Like those dumbasses in my neighborhood with those 500 horsepower chargers. There's one of those wrapped around the telephone pole about once a month around here. You know, ooh, look, spin outs. Yeah, good, great. Good for you. There goes the power again. This energy will get away from you. You can burn out quickly. All right. Try to slow it down. Let's see if we can get some advice for you on how to slow it down. What's on top? The World. King of Swords. And what's red with the World? The Hierophant. I talked about learning things. You're learning things, a lot of things in this energy. In this, you've entered some sort of new cycle. Something's happened. If it hasn't happened yet, it will. And you'll notice it. The World is a very powerful card. This is a new era. There's some sort of new, you're entering into a whole new world. You'll see the world differently. You'll feel the world differently. I think we talked about this in a recent reading. Well, maybe it was a 3-card I did or something where it came up where somebody was losing their religion, I called it, or whatever, or trying to learn something. I don't know. It may have been the ending of a reading. I don't remember. But it's a bit of that. It's a bit of, you're going through a lot of changes here. And you're making, and everything feels right and everything feels good. Be careful with this energy, whatever it is you're doing, not to make sweeping changes too quickly. Changes in an energy like this need to be done slowly and steadily, one at a time. Okay? That's all I'm saying. So, you know, whatever it is, I mean, whatever these changes are, spiritual changes, they could be physical changes, they could be things you're taking action on. You might take action on too many things at once. Too many irons in the fire will burn out this energy. It will short it out. Okay? All right. Think of how they put out those oil well fires, right? They put them out with explosives to suck out all the oxygen so that the fire just goes out. That kind of a thing. Too many irons in the fire in this energy is a bit like the explosion. The oil well fire will burn out here. Okay? So be careful about that. That's all I'm going to say. All right. But yeah, you are heading in a nice direction. You just got to keep it under control. Okay. Donkeys. Donkey, 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 donkey. High Priestess. I like that. Live cat or a dead cat, though? Huh. It's... I'm going to call it a live cat. It's an actual cat. I'm going to call it a live cat. But the reason I hesitated is because I have to dig to feel this. So, you have an upward trending energy, right? Things are going to get better, not worse. But it's hidden. It's under the surface. So on the surface in your life, it may be like, nope, that reading was wrong. It's a downward fucking trend. Things are getting terrible, sort of a thing. Or things aren't going right. Anytime something doesn't go right, it's actually going right for you in this energy. This is one of my favorite energies to have around you. I like these things because these are the ones where you look back and you go, my God, I thought that was terrible, but man, am I glad that happened, right? It's that kind of a thing. So I'm going to call it a live cat, but hell if you'll know. Okay? Really, honestly. All right, High Priestess, tell me more about this. Let's go. But yeah, it's like you've got a little helper donkey working under the surface for you. All right? Let's see. Tell me about this energy. Tell me about the High Priestess. Tell me about my donkeys here. Let's go. Yeah. It's the Two of Wands. It's almost like the Two of Wands is about setting intentions, making plans, right? Any plans you make in the 3D when you're under this energy, it's really strange. It's sort of like you've got a rich uncle behind the scenes that sort of amplifies it a bit. You call up to get yourself something, you know, from the store or whatever, and it gets upgraded. So you end up getting you bought the generic brand, you get the name brand delivered, kind of a thing. Any plans you make get upgraded by a hidden energy. So aim high, okay? The best thing you can do in energy like this, because it may seem like, you know, I'm never going to get that, or that's not going to happen, or nothing seems to be this, or just aim high. If you want the moon, aim for Mars, right? All right, it's a bit of that. Yeah, the nine of Pentacles coming back. It's been showing up Pentacles a lot lately. This, underneath the surface, everything is going great. I need you to remember that, because I know this energy. I've had this energy around me before in the past. And I know it's like, oh my God, everything I touch turns to shit, you know, and yet it's not. It's not happening like that. And it doesn't have to be that extreme. It's not like everything you touch goes bad or everything you do goes wrong or something like that. It's just, it's everything feels like a chore, a slog. It's not happening as easily as it is over here, kind of a thing, right? Underneath the scenes, everything is fine. You're always okay in this energy. It's really nice. That's the one benefit of it. And you find out later just how okay. All right, center card. King of Cups. Red with Nine of Pentacles. The Seven. See, I'm right. Spot the fuck on here. Seven Swords. Deception is red with the Nine of Pentacles. You wouldn't know. You're absolutely live cat, but you won't know until after. But this is such an amazing energy. This is almost a volatile, dangerous energy in a way, because it gives people false, I'm the luckiest person on earth kind of thing. You know, you got to be careful here. If anybody stupid is affected energy like this, is the kind of energy where they think, well, I can just whatever. I seem to be fine. I'll just jump out the window. I bet I land on my feet. Yeah, I bet you do. You break both of them too. You know, but either way, this is a kind of a volatile energy. It's good as long as you can control it. Over here, it's taking care of business. It is literally that rich uncle working behind the scenes, or a helper donkey. I mean, however you want to look at it, it's very deceptive. The energy is very deceptive. You wouldn't know, but things are actually turning out your way. You end this energy in a state of abundance. You end with more than you thought you'd get. You made plans for one thing, and you get more than that, right? All right. That's the best I can tell you. I don't know how else to explain it, you know? I don't know how else to explain it, but it's a beautiful energy. Let's pull some bridging energy here. All right, let's do it. What's the bridging energy that ties these together between the Knight of Wands and the High Priestess? Randomly at the bottom, by the way, is 9 Pentacles. This applies on both sides. It's there. It's randomly at the bottom. It applies on both sides. So, as long as you can control this and don't let it get out of the way, because when this burns out, it burns out fast. Like we say about the Knight of Wands, they get out as fast as they come in, right? It goes out as fast as it flares up. This will flare up quickly. Don't let it go to your head. But careful about too many irons in the fire. Careful about making too many changes at once. Other than that, if you can control this energy, it's terrific. It's a hell of a ride. It's like those 500 horsepower Chargers. It's a hell of a ride if you can control the car. If you can't, you wind up with a telephone pole in your face through the windshield. Right? And a whole neighborhood without power. Again. I wish they'd give an IQ test before they sell those fucking muscle cars. I really do. Unfucking believable. All right, here we go. Let's go. What's the bridging energy between the Knight of Wands and the High Priestess? The Hangman. It's all, both of these are an upward trend. Both of these are energies that have been static for a while. They've just been dormant. Okay? So keep in mind that this is, I don't know why I decided to pull this particular reading today, but there's a reason for it. Okay? So these energies are just coming active. All right, may even at the time of this reading still be static, but when they do come active, well, this side won't know, and this side will know. You'll know very quickly. All right, bridging energy between the world and the Nine of Pentacles. What do we get? Wow. I thought this reading might be cool. I've never pulled on energy trends, but hitting it at just the right time, just when the static energy is coming out of static mode. Wow. All right. World and the Nine of Pentacles. What do we get here? Now keep in mind the Nine of Pentacles affects both sides, which by default means the world affects both sides. So so this Nine of Pentacles for my donkeys over here, this is a whole new world. That's whole new era. Shit, you'll be able to do shit you never could do before if you allow this upward trend to go. And you feed this upward trend, even though you won't see it happening, and you'll be like, well, this is kind of a waste of time, whatever, by making plans, manifesting, setting your intentions, putting them out there, okay? Believe me, something is listening, all right? Okay, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, it's a Six of Wands, it's victory, right? And at the bottom of the deck is a Four of Cups. You know, just to take a look at what's crossing that again. This has been static energy. It's a whole different. Everything changes here. It's once this energy becomes active on either side, everything changes. They're both upward trends. I think this one. I know this one. I know these people over here are like, oh, I wish I had that one. I wouldn't. Having that rich benefactor uncle under the surface, metaphorically speaking, this is pretty impressive. You've got a lot more power over here. Okay, I know a bison's probably a more powerful animal than a donkey, but not in this case. Okay, I think they're both good. This one here, keep it in check. It'll eat you alive. All right, King of Swords, King of Cups, bridging energy. What is it? Talk to me. Eight of Pentacles. Bottom card, Ace of Cups. Both of these energies take you out of some kind of routine. Something about over the course of the next, I'm only dividing out about 6 weeks. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline, but I don't go out that far because I want it to be, you know, as accurate as I could be on the energy read and allow for free will decisions, not too many of them to fuck things up. But something about this energy, when this one pops, and when this one pops, hell if you'll know, but when that one pops, takes you out. In fact, you may know about this one even though it's hidden because you're popping out of a routine. Takes you out of some kind of routine that you've been in. So your daily routine will change on some level. That's how you'll know these energies are active. Just whatever. Maybe every day you do the same thing. At 11 o'clock you do this, and then you move over here, and you move into this room at 2 o'clock, and you stay there until whatever. And you do it every day, every day. All of a sudden you're not doing that. You're doing other things. You're going here, you're going there. You know, it's like that. It's a change in routine. Okay? Bridging energy between the Hierophant and the Seven of Swords. This ought to be interesting. The Pope and the Liar. Okay. What do we get? Interesting. I know I already know what this is. You're going through a lot of spiritual changes over here. Some of these changes are things that you once thought were wrong, that now you realize are right. Keep that in mind. All right. They come at you. This energy comes at you fast. All right. Believe it when it does. It's a very truthful energy coming at you. So if you suddenly believe something you didn't believe before, or you know, whatever it is, whatever you thought, oh, I would never, you know, whatever, yeah, that has meaning here with the Hierophant. All right. Bridging energy between Seven Swords and Hierophant. And the Ace of Cups. Yeah. On this side, it's what I already said. Okay? On this side over here, very interesting with the Ace of Cups. Because I think some of you will feel a lack of love, and because this is like all sealed up with cellophane. All right, and it's not feel like the world isn't giving you much. I know what Steve said, and I'm making my plans, but my plans keep getting thwarted. I don't know about this rich uncle under the surface bullshit. I hear you. I hear you. It's all a bunch of nonsense, though. It is all happening. And when this opens up, it cracks wide open. I'm going to tell you right now. Your end result is that. But hell if you'll know. All right? I mean, that's the best I can do. I mean, that's what I've got here. Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you. Let's grab one more deck. Here, let's grab the little animal deck. What else you want to tell anybody? I don't know. I don't know if he wants to talk to you. Might just want to tell one person something. It's a Schrodinger's cat reading, so all bets are off. It's probably one of the more powerful readings I do, actually. All right, here we go. One card to crossing card for somebody. I don't know who. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Crossed by Justice. It's probably for somebody over here, one of the bisons. Some information comes at you fast. It's information you'll need later. So try not to dismiss it. Any information that comes at you, anything you learn about a person, you learn about somebody in your life, you learn about a job, you learn about someone, whatever it is, it's useful. Store it. Write it down. Save it to a disk. Write it on a notepad. Save it on a USB stick. I don't fucking care. Run it up to the cloud. I don't care. It will serve you well later. Okay? So keep that in mind. It's probably good advice anyway. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I really do. Good luck.